Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your June 2025 reading. I am Tamara Larice. I will be using the Spiritual Tarot deck to pull your first three cards out to get any messages that Spirit may have for you or to understand the energies that may affect you as your Pisces sun, moon, rising, or any other important placements that your Pisces is in your chart. Okay. So if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me. I am Tamara Larice. If the reading resonates with you, be sure to like it and subscribe if you're new. Also, those of you looking for for the link for your personal readings, that is down below in the description box. Okay, I love meeting each of you. It's such a thrill. So without any more, let's go ahead and get those cards on the table for you. So the first energy that we're looking at, this is where you have been, and that is this Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles representing being open to learn something new. This could be something about your finances, certainly because it's Pentacles. And it could also be something new about your physical life. But it's saying that I recognize that I don't have all the answers and I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to hear. Okay. The second piece of information, the second energy here, energy that you're most likely in right now is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is it's a relationship that was built on a wound or a wound that has to do with your worthiness, um, being healed, needing to be healed. All right. So this Page of Pentacles really sets you up pretty nicely. You're like, wait a minute, there's things that I need to know about myself, things that I need to learn for my life to expand. And as you're going about learning, you're recognizing where you have been holding yourself back. The Hermit represents you being able to go within for those answers. This is lovely. This is beautiful progression here. Beautiful progression. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Because why? Because you're emotionally connected to your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Love that for you. Let's go ahead and use the Rider Waite Smith deck for clarifiers for the Page of Pentacles. Please, Spirit, please give us deeper insight as to why the Page of Pentacles is here for our beautiful Pisces. Too many cards. Let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Well, my goodness. There's a lot. And there may be it could actually be that there's just so much energy that has brought you to this place of recognition where I'm just ready to look at everything at this point, honestly and earnestly. Okay, this is long-term success, the desire to have long-term success. This is the desire of knowing when and where to apply your resources. Do I invest in this? Do I invest in this? And what's going to pay off for me? The Queen understands. She has a deep understanding of the value of her resources, and she values herself the most, because when we've taken care of ourselves, she's a really strong representative of self-care. Because when you're caring for yourself, then you care about the outcome, right? And you care about where you're placing your resources and your attention, because you know you're getting more of that back, right? So what are you investing in? All right, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Love this because it's your original or traditional ruler is Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. So you are just lucky, aren't you, Pisces? So so what you're doing is you're taking the idea of long-term success, okay, and you're understanding where your resources need to be applied in order for your expansion. Because this here, I love this along with the Page of Pentacles, because each of these each corner that represents the fixed signs: Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and and Taurus. And each one of them have a book, which means they're educating themselves. You're educating yourself. Again, the Queen is the one who educates herself on the particular suit it's in, or the particular element. In this case, it's resources. This is your money, your attention, your love, what you're putting something into. Okay. We have two more cards that came out with it, so we definitely have to take a look at that. And I think that this is resonant with your reading, where you're coming from. I had to take a look, speaking for you, of course, I had to take a look at everything full on. I can't pretend, I can't deny, I can't wish and hope for. I have to be ready to look at everything square on, see it for what it is, so I can make the appropriate changes. And what we have here is this energy of the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is hard-earned success. Hard-earned success. But we also have the Five of Wands, which is you being in a position again of needing to. This is the act of learning. Okay, so this is being open to learning. All right, this is understanding. This is educating yourself, and this is in real time. You know, like boots on, like you enter into a new job and you're actively learning with hands-on training. Okay, so you have earned success, but I think that you have done so. Um, and I think that what you are able to recognize within yourself is how much education came from experience and what you have actually done for yourself. There's a lot here. I think that that you have taken a very good look at your life and all angles, all aspects, all subjects that are important to you in your life. And you are able to recognize some very powerful things about yourself, what you have and what you got and how you got it. This is good. I like this a lot for you. Okay, so then you find yourself like, okay, well, where have I built relationships or committed myself to something from that wounded place before I was ready to look at it, before I really believed in myself? This gives you a lot of belief in self, a lot of belief. And the Wheel of Fortune definitely means that things are turning in your favor. That means the universe is supporting you, that there's going to be support coming from maybe places that you had not expected. It's it's a point of no return. You're never going back to a place of, I want to say, deniability. That's the word that's coming. You're never going back to a place of deniability. And I know how important that is for you, Pisces, because you guys are, ruled by Neptune. It is about illusion and fantasy and even delusion. We can be a little bit delusional, right, Pisces? So, and that's okay. I mean, we all need to be able to keep believing, right? What I just see recently, it was a quote from Kermit the Frog. I mean, this woman, she was a huge fan. And oh gosh, I don't want to mess this up because it was so great. He said that never, okay, your life is like a story. You write your own ending. Never stop believing. Never stop pretending. Oh my God, I can't believe I did it. Okay, never stop pretending. Now, that's you guys, right? I swear to God, Kermit the Frog had to have been a Pisces, right? So you never ever stop believing in your own fantasies or your own ideas or your own potential, right? It has to be this communion with spirit, this communication from spirit. I mean, the Page of Cups is about imagination, and that is a receipt or receiving, because pages are messengers. All the pages in the tarot are messengers. Receiving a message, getting a message, something about messages, or giving a message. And so the Page of Cups, which is a Pisces card, is about receiving a message from spirit. So you guys are that awareness of spirit itself, okay? The subconscious, what's going on below the surface. All right. So you have to never stop believing in what you're imagining, but doesn't mean that you don't need to pop back into reality also. And I think that you're doing a real good check-in right here. All right, so let's go with that Five of Pentacles and find out what's going on here. Ooh, King of Swords. Okay. All right, reversed. King of Swords is reversed. One more card. Page of Swords. Let's go ahead and get the clarifiers for the Hermit, please. Lots of swords. Okay, that I'm glad I did that. Okay, let's go ahead. One more card. Okay, and we have here the Eight of Pentacles. I really like this reading for you, Pisces. I really, really like it. Oh my God. And at the bottom of the deck, what do we have here? The gorgeous star card. Okay. Gorgeous star card. All right. So the King of Swords is the ability to make decisions that are based in your own personal truth. You may be willing to go against the crowd, go against the common belief. You're able to forge your own path, go your own way because it's authentic to you. Okay. Now, you are looking at where you had not necessarily done that with the King of Swords reversed, right? You may have had some codependencies, okay, with other people when it came to making absolute decisions. And that's all right. That's okay. Because what happened is you took that step back and you saw it. Not only did you see that you were acting from a wounded place, you here have the card of healing. This is where you have healed yourself. You are aligned to a higher consciousness. Now, what you did is you took that king of swords right there, which is Aquarius, right? The star is also Aquarius. But by that step back, you're like, wait a minute. How am I choosing to see this situation? How am I choosing to interpret this situation? And you flipped it right on its head and took it an octave higher, which is pretty, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, Pisces. Okay, so you took it an octave higher. You went straight to the higher consciousness, all right? And tapped into source right here. This is you tapped into source. This is where you did it. You took that step back. You're willing to not make a clear decision, yet you're informing yourself. You're looking at the data around you. You're looking at the information around you. This is a very Cancer thing to do also. Very Cancer where a crab is which is the symbol for Cancer, actually walks around and around and around and around something, and it will study it before engaging, right? And so this is what this looks like for you. You're taking some cues here from your fellow water sign there, and you are studying something before you engage, okay? Or you're studying something before you potentially make the same decision from a wounded place. You got the truth when you went inside, and you know now where you need to kind of put your nose to the grind, where you need to, where your focus needs to be, what skills, talents, gifts, what it is that you want to do in the world for work. Okay, what you want to do, that's where your attention now needs to be. Okay, so here you are understanding where you've been, what you've got, what your resources are, and how you're applying them. Here you're like, oh, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I can see now what I hadn't been able to see before, that actually there's something fantastic inside of me, and it will bring all of my hopes, wishes, and dreams into fulfillment. Okay, completely fulfilled as you're tapped into that higher consciousness and you're acting and making your decisions from a healed place. Okay, let's go ahead and find out if there are any more messages or what any additional message for. I like that. Okay, Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed, along with the Magician and the Seven of Wands. And you have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Three of Cups is where you're connected with like-minded people. You're very emotionally supported by those around you. All right, so Five of Swords reversed. So look at that reflection. Look at that reflection. So we're going to see it one way or we're going to see it the other way, no matter what. This card is, you know, this card is about truth. It's about personal truth. Okay. And it's about the willingness. This is what I love about your reading. It's the willingness to forego physical connections. It's the willingness to let go of a common thought or a common perception. Okay. It's like you're not listening to anybody else, anybody else, right? You're making up your own conclusion now. You're writing your own story and you're willing to forego relationships in order to proceed. Okay. But the Five of Swords is reversed here. And so what we actually have is the willingness, but not the requirement. Okay. The willingness to proceed without known perceptions, without known information, without common knowledge, without like what everybody else thinks on the subject, and those people, influencing your decisions or what you do, right? You're willing to go at it alone, but because it's reversed, you don't have to actually go at it alone. And remember how I had said that Jupiter is about you having support from unseen places, places that you may not expect. All right. And I think that you are actually supported by the people around you, by some sort of like group that you're involved with, some sort of work connections, whatever it is, the people, family, associates, whatever it is, people around you that understand you, they get you and they emotionally support you. And I think that as you're making these very strong, individualized, very individual movements for yourself, like you're going within and you're getting your answers, but everybody still is supporting your actions. Okay. You're ready to manifest something brand new. All right. This is where you are manipulating your physical world in a way that is necessary, right? As a creator. Okay. This is where you're stepping into your creator um aspect. Like this is create this because you're tapped into higher consciousness here, you're blessing your physical life, right? This is the water bearer. All right. So you're blessing your material life. And the magician supports that completely. We're in magician era or at time right now, the Gemini time, your fellow mutable sign, right? um and so what you're doing is, like I said, you are stepped into the co-creation of the universe, co-creation of your reality. And here's the Seven of Wands, and I would question anybody who would actually go up against that warrior right there. I don't think that anybody's going to be able to talk you out of anything. And I don't necessarily feel like, I think that the only choice, here's what it feels like. It feels like if people want to be in your life, they must be supportive of whatever decisions you're making for yourself. Otherwise, good riddance, there's the door. See ya. And what you find is that people really do support you. They don't actually walk out that door because they weren't necessarily against you. I think that you had an idea that maybe things were stacked against you. And now that you have the truth of who you are and what you're capable of, you go for it. And you're ready. You're like, like defy me. Like, come at me, bro. You got this. Come at me, bro. Energy. And instead, what happens is, oh my God, I didn't actually have to fight any of you. You guys are all there for me. You guys are all there for me because I'll tell you, Pisces, we all love and adore you. Okay. You not only does Source love and adore you, but we all love Pisces. Okay. You guys are like the best. You know that, right? And so, whatever you need in order for your dreams to come true, I promise you, the people that are around you 100% support you. Okay. And I hope that you feel that. I'm going to cry. Okay. I'm going to cry. You guys, it's so sweet what's underneath everything. It was this wound that you had to heal that gave you an incorrect assumption about your life, that think that the cards were stacked against you or that you didn't have the same opportunities that everybody else had. And when you did a really strong assessment and you got really real with yourself, really, really real with yourself, which, okay, I just recognized something is that Saturn just went into your money house. Well, no wonder. Okay. All right. Here's the deal, guys. So, your second house, which is Aries, right? That is the ruling house of your earned income, your possessions, and what you value. Okay. So, I think that what you value you had to understand why you valued the things that you did, and you needed to come to this place of really valuing yourself, and then the truth comes out where now you're able to manifest through connecting to what makes you you, what makes you unique, what you actually have to offer the world, and you're able to put structure around that. So you're able to I don't know, like if you were to start like a new business, you're going to be able to put up the framework for what that business looks like, what the operating hours are going to be, what you offer people, who you're going to see, where your clientele is, all those kind of things, right? Or, if you are starting a new job, you are going to decide, does this job have the hours that I want? Does it have the pay that I want? Are the people, do they share my same mindset? Like, though, that's the structure, the container, right? In which you are really taking stock of at this point, and you're saying, who am I going to connect with that meets what I desire my life to look like? As Saturn is in Aries and for the next 2.5 years. So it's structure around how you're going to value your resources. And first of all, you're your first resource. Okay. Where you're going to invest your time, your energy, your money, in order for you to get back everything that you desire and you have the life that you choose for yourself. You're literally creating your life from a very healed place at this point. I think that you're feeling grounded, and I think that you're feeling inspired, and I think that you've been able to, take your rose colored glasses off a bit, and you're able to be fascinated with what's possible for you over the next 2.5 years. And, Pisces being the North Node, that is your destiny, right? You are here to fulfill something, and you know what that thing is because you can feel yourself like being pulled in that direction. You can feel yourself yearning and wanting that thing. Well, guess what? The reason that you're yearning and wanting is because it wants you. It's calling you. And in order to get yourself in the place where you're aligned with it perfectly, it's a matter of no longer seeing anything as working against you. Nothing's been working against you. It was just an idea in your mind that you're ready to do away with at this point. And you do in the month of June. So congratulations. Your earning potential now increases. The environment in which you work in, the environment in which you operate your life in, is now leveling up. You're elevating in the month of June. And I love that. Oh my God. Congratulations. Great job. Great job. All right. I love you so much. Again, please like the video, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for being here with me. Book your personal reading if you'd like to, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.